It may not be wise to shake up someone's life with just a rumor or generally unreliable information. It may be best to keep it to yourself or wait until you've confirmed it more factually. Silence is golden. Once it's out there, it's out there. It's much more easier to keep something to yourself than it is to rectify it once it's gotten out and begin to take a toll. Sometimes it's better to just sit on the information you've come across and let the situation work itself out. But if you still think it's best to share now, I would preface it as such. I'm not certain, but you may want to have a talk with your daughter. I heard she's been places that she probably shouldn't have been with some questionable people. Your position in the bad news and how you've come to discover it are also factors that may play a huge role in the discussion, i.e., you can't be the hero at the scene of an accident if you were the cause of said accident. Conversely, you have a duty to stay and render aid if you were the cause. This is more of a situation that you are a first party to, not just relaying third-party information about. There's a huge distinction.
Your delivery is key.
In a business environment, I recommend sandwiching bad news. It's way more professional than being blunt, and it makes it less personal to the recipient. For example, we really enjoyed the charisma you bring to the team, Emery, but due to budgetary cutbacks, your position has been eliminated along with 20% of your department. I wish I could have found another way, and we tried. I'd love to provide a glowing reference on behalf of the company to assist you in finding your next opportunity. Now, I may not be pleased with the outcome of the message, but I shouldn't get combative about the delivery if I too am a professional. We ended the statement by offering aid in seeking their next opportunity. The effort to provide a good reference is minimal. In a more intimate relationship, I prefer not to necessarily be blunt, but not bury the bad news nearly as much. I will begin with a good lead-in sentence like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something serious. Do you have a minute?" If there is no privacy, go to a private area. Explain why you are giving the bad news, then give the bad news. Example, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something serious. Do you have a minute?" "Okay, I'm only telling you this because I want you to tell me if the shoe was on the other foot. Your ex and I have evolved past a friendship and are now in a relationship. Neither of us ever meant for this to happen. Please don't hate me." And then I pause for the other person to talk. At this point, I prefaced the bad news, given it, rationalized it, and thrown myself at your mercy, all in a few sentences. This opens the door to a substantive discussion, well, as substantive as it can be considering the topic of discussion. We want to give the other person the opportunity to be heard at some point in the conversation. And for the record, that example is a pretty tough situation to be in for all parties. In both personal and professional instances, be kind, but don't sugarcoat to the point where the person isn't necessarily sure of the bad news once you've told them. Conversely, you don't want to take away their self-respect or dignity. Be empathetic and sympathetic. This helps you continue the conversation once the bad news is given and allows you to aid the other individual, especially if you're a member of their support team. Some things can't be explained, they must be experienced. You may not be able to predict their reaction. Be genuine and be compassionate. This says, "I care." This may not be the time for jokes or sarcasm, depending on your relationship and the situation. After all, we are possibly delivering life-altering bad news. No matter how bad the conversation gets, do your best to end it on a good note. We can agree to disagree. Again, I'm sorry, I love you, and I would like to find some way to move forward. It doesn't have to be today, but I really want us to get past this. When later playing back the interaction in their mind, that person will remember how you left the door open. They may come back and apologize for their reaction or want to further discuss the situation. People often want more facts when they've had time to come up with more questions. It may take years for their heart to soften to the point of contacting you, but there will be many thoughts to do so beforehand. You left the right vibe, ended it on the right note. Much better than other responses ranging from, "Don't talk to me like that. Whenever you get out of your feelings, I'll be here to talk," to, "Okay, when you realize how stupid you're being, don't come try to apologize to me later," to, "Girl, F you too." At the very least, leave the door open. The person is hurt. You just gave them bad news. You knew this was a possibility. Don't add insult to injury. You may also want to reach back out at a later time for a more positive resolution. If you found this guidance helpful, Life 101 offers a full roadmap for support just like this.
Feeling overwhelmed and stressed? Turn your life around in just 7 days with 24/7 affordable support guaranteed. Get Life 101, the blueprint to your personal success story, today. Unlock $6,000 worth of life-changing coaching for under $300. Professional studio production. Over 4 dozen experts contributed. Holistic personal development. Presented by an award-winning, motivational speaker, life coach, and multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. Struggling with relationships, financial stresses, grief, or finding direction? We help you with it all. What our clients say. Experience a complete life transformation in 7 days with personalized feedback and action plans. You don't have to do it alone. Get the help you need today. Turn your setbacks into comebacks quicker at theoddpro.com.